Melody Shari is finally speaking out about what really led to the downfall of Love and Marriage Huntsville and the behind the scenes tensions that may have pushed her to walk away. Looking back, Melody explained that she reached a point in her life where she could no longer invest time in situations where people were unwilling to grow or change. She shared that while she is always open to offering advice and supporting others, real growth requires effort from everyone involved. If someone refuses to listen or evolve, she believes there is only so much another person can do. For Melody, every day is an opportunity to grow, but people have to truly want that change. When she decided to leave the series after 9 seasons, it wasn't just another cast member exiting the show, it marked a major turning point. From the very beginning, Melody had been one of the central figures who carried the emotional storylines and kept viewers invested. Her openness about her life, including the breakdown of her marriage to Martell Holt, co-parenting struggles, business challenges, and complicated friendships, made her one of the most talked about personalities on the show. So when she announced her departure, fans were shocked. Some understood her need to focus on healing and personal growth, while others felt the timing suggested there might be deeper issues behind the scenes. After Melody left, many viewers noticed that the energy of the show began to change. Without her storyline anchoring the series, the structure started to feel unbalanced. At first, Melody described her exit as a personal choice, explaining that she wanted to protect her peace and prioritize her well-being after years of sharing deeply personal moments on camera. However, rumors soon began circulating that her departure might also be connected to conflicts with production. Fans noticed subtle signs online, including changes in her interactions with the show's creator, Carlos King. There were also claims that a producer wanted to take on a management role in Melody's career, and when she declined, it allegedly created tension. Although those reports were never fully confirmed, they fueled speculation that the environment behind the scenes had become difficult. Over time, Melody began hinting that certain storylines were being pushed for the sake of drama, and that her portrayal on the show sometimes didn't match the image she wanted for herself. Because she places a high value on controlling her brand and narrative, those disagreements reportedly created growing conflict with production. At the same time, relationships among the cast were becoming increasingly messy. Tensions involving Martell and other cast members continued to grow, and there were whispers of secret alliances, staged reconciliations, and competition for screen time. As these conflicts intensified, Melody reportedly began to feel isolated within the group. Once she officially stepped away, the show struggled to maintain the same momentum. Ratings and online discussions started to decline, and many fans expressed frustration on social media. Some even created petitions asking for major changes to the cast or hoping Melody might return in the future. Producers attempted to move forward by introducing new personalities, including influencers and friends of the existing cast, but many viewers felt these additions lacked the depth and chemistry of the original group. Without a strong central storyline, episodes began to feel disconnected, and the drama that once felt authentic started to appear forced. Even within the cast, these changes reportedly caused tension. Some original members were unhappy with the new additions and shifting storylines, leading to arguments over screen time and rumors about leaked information from behind the scenes. Fans quickly picked up on this shift in energy, and many commented that the natural chemistry that once defined the show seemed to be fading. Eventually, after months of silence, Melody began addressing the situation in interviews. While she avoided naming specific people, she made it clear that the environment had become unhealthy and that there were attempts to control how her story was portrayed. She explained that she was no longer willing to sacrifice her peace for the sake of television. Melody also hinted that if she were ever to return, she would require greater creative control over her storyline and more respect behind the scenes. She even suggested that the show might need a major rebrand in order to regain its original spark. Melody also spoke about betrayals and complicated politics that existed behind the cameras. Although she didn't call anyone out directly, many fans believe her comments were aimed at certain people within the cast and production team. Despite all the controversy, Melody appears to be moving forward with new opportunities. There have been rumors that she is developing her own projects that would give her complete control over how her story is told. Some speculate that she could be working on a new show or digital platform, possibly alongside familiar faces from the past. If that happens, it would allow her to share her experiences without producers manipulating the narrative or forcing drama. Fans have speculated that this next chapter could be even more compelling than her time on the original show, because it would focus entirely on her perspective and voice. Meanwhile, the impact of her exit on Love and Marriage Huntsville remains evident. Despite attempts to fill the void with new cast members, influencers, and storylines, many viewers feel the show hasn't recovered. The natural chemistry that Melody brought to the show is missing, and the episodes often feel disconnected or forced. Social media remains split between fans who miss her presence and those who hope the show can reinvent itself without relying on her. Ultimately, the show's decline likely came from several factors at once: production decisions, cast rivalries, and shifting audience expectations. However, one thing remains clear: the series struggled to adjust after losing one of its most influential stars. Whether the show eventually recovers or not, Melody's impact on it is undeniable, and by stepping away, she may have opened a new chapter in her career where she controls her own narrative. Since stepping away from Love and Marriage Huntsville, Melody seems focused on reclaiming her story and her peace. She has made it clear that her departure wasn't about abandoning the fans, but about prioritizing herself and her well-being. For years, she put her life on display. Her marriage struggles, parenting challenges, and personal growth were all shared with viewers. But there came a point where continuing to participate in an environment she no longer felt aligned with her values was no longer sustainable. Rumors have surfaced that Melody is exploring new opportunities